up, peeps? Happy Sunday. Are you ready for your Sunday messages from the mat? Because Sunday's for the soul. Let me show you the cards that we will be working with, if you can see them here. And we're going to do some angel guidance and some... You know what I want to do? I'm being spontaneous here. I'm going to put my slippers on. And I want you to see the moon. Because this thing, I think it is so bright because the sky is so clear. But, I mean, I don't want to imagine that it's bigger than any other moon because it's shining on over a very big time for me, New Year's Eve. And we're going to have a big, beautiful moon on New Year's Eve. Although it's full on the 29th. Let's take another peek. Full on the 29th, but it'll still be gorgeous on the 31st. I'm thinking of doing a moonlight hike. But okay, so let's go back into the house. Thank you for appeasing me because I love the moon and you guys know how much I love her. Take my slippers off and have a seat by the fire with me. And let's get this reading rocking and a rolling. Where's my cell phone? Oh, I guess I don't have my cell phone with me, so no music in the background, I guess. But that's okay. We have ourselves. We don't need the music. We have us. Let's take 3 deep breaths. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the bell so we can ground our energy. And I hope you join me when we do this. I hope you stop and just take a moment to breathe and just really put some intention into this so that, you know, we co-create something together, right? Otherwise, why else are we doing this? Okay, let's get to it. 3 deep breaths. So grounding to just take a moment to breathe. Now, 3 deep breaths may feel like eternity when you're watching a video. But you can always fast forward. But I prefer that you do the breathing with me. So I hope you guys are having a beautiful day and that you're getting ready for the holiday, the New Year's Eve holiday, New Year's Day. New Year's Day is the holiday, but New Year's Eve is where all the fun is at, is on the evening of the new day. Oh, interesting. So the card that was flipped up was the sun. The greatest card in the deck is the sun, ruling planet of Leo. So Leo is jumping out already, but let me tell you this. Maybe my team is reminding me to tell you this. I posted something about the moon was full in Cancer in January, the wolf moon. Then it's going to be full again on Tuesday, the cold moon. So Cancer has acted like a bookend, you know? And, you know, Cancer is water and it's the sign of the crab, you know? They never move straight. They're always like moving side to side. So you never know what angle they're coming from. So Cancers are probably really, really just naturally good at strategy because that's how they move. But they're super, 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 super emotional. Lots of like still waters run deep with Cancers. And they're incredibly, incredibly, incredibly intuitive. This card jumped out. It's a card that says you're on the move. 8 of Wands, you're on the move. After a long delay, you're on the move. So yeah, they're naturally intuitive people. That's like a gift. They wake up. They actually wake up. They come out of the womb intuitive. It's a superpower. So I hope Cancers are using it. But one thing I know about cancers is that you gotta treat them like babies. You know, if you have like a cancer partner in your life, you really gotta baby over that cancer. They need that. They need that. My childhood best friend is a cancer. She was born. She was a firecracker, July 4th. She is a July cancer. And that's when I realized that Cancer and Leo get along really, really well. Actually, I've never met a Cancer I didn't like. Cancers can get on my nerves, though. Those emotions sometimes, if they're out of balance, if a Cancer is out of balance, woo, woo. Let's just send healing to all Cancers that are out of balance. Because your energy can be super intense. But here's the good thing. It just came back to me about why the Sun card jumped out before we begin. Is that while Cancer started 2020 and is ending 2020, and so much has happened in 2020, so we don't need to go into that. But lots of transformation, though. Lots of emotional transformation. The highest level, like we've never seen in our lives, right? Just like the conjunction of Saturn and Jupiter, no one living has ever seen or ever felt this influence. So it's going to be really different. And we're moving into the age of Aquarius. It's going to be, next year is going to be the year. I believe it. But I'll tell you another reason why I believe it so much. Not to gloat about Leo, but Leo full moon is starting in January. So the January full moon on January 28th, which is my son's birthday, the moon will be full in Leo. The wolf moon that started off as Cancer is starting off 2021 in Leo. So we're going to add some sunshine. We're going to start the year with lots of optimism, strength, sunshine, and Cancers, not Cancers, but Leos are ruled by our hearts. We are the most romantic sign in the zodiac. So we're going to set the pace for 2021 to be full of sunshine and flowers and romance. See? Confirmation. Fire, right? And maybe some, maybe some real love, like agape love, but you know what? We're going to start with this conversation that needs to happen with the Ace of Swords. It's a big sword that she holds. I really wish there was a way to show you this card without the light. There we go. Not really. But anyway, see it? You see her sword. It's huge. But it's again, it's conversation that may start off as uncomfortable. But I promise you, this conversation will make two people grow. It's not like wasted conversation where you're just like drama and arguing and getting nowhere fast. This is a conflict that will lead to a stronger personality. And some of you are there right now, right? Because this is where we're starting, right? Because the party's starting. Let's see what's happening. What's happening? Four of Swords. So more swords. More swords represents like the intellect, communication, definitely conflict, okay? And so, but this one is about meditation and the need to go within. So you need to have this conversation, but yet there's this delay, this time for introspective. There's time to be introspective. There's time to withdraw and a time to be centered. This is all about centering yourself before you go and have this conversation. So that's good. That's good. That's why you're probably meditating, because you're probably thinking, how can this conversation happen where it is whole and healthy and in a place where you can give and receive constructive criticism without being triggered. Conversations, especially ones that are difficult, can trigger you. But the need to go within is to find your center so that you come from a place that is healthy when you're talking. All right, so this one is coming in the other direction. Yep, you're ready to make a move. This is Two of Wands, where you have acquired some wisdom. You have, you've done some work. You've done some shadow work. And now you have the energy to make a move. You're out of the cave. You're ready to make a move. And this is around you right now. You're not exactly sure where your move is, but you have some kind of a direction. You have some direction. And that direction is out of the cave. Too many. This is a story right here. You're out of the cave. Let me do a super shuffle. Yeah. You know what I like? I like about shuffling? I know this is weird. I wonder if there are other readers that feel the same way, but this is what I love. This part. This right here. It feels so good. I don't know why. I just love the way that feels. It don't take much now, does it? It doesn't take much to keep myself entertained. All right, so let's see what's happening here. Okay. All right, I'm hearing to read all three. Wow. So, okay. So you've done some. Congratulations, because you got into the tub. You're in the tub. It's the Three of Swords, and you got into the tub. Because when I get into the tub, yes, I like to relax and just enjoy being in the tub. But the primary reason for me to get into the tub is for healing. And this person has gone into the tub, and the knives are stabbing right into the center of this person because they need the healing. They're like, just let me take it. Sometimes you just gotta take it. You gotta take the pain. It's part of the process of healing. There's this emotional pain. Sometimes it turns into physical pain. Like if you don't deal with the emotional pain, it does, man. And it's not funny. When you don't deal with the emotional pain, it does turn into physical pain. So please, if I teach you nothing, if you get nothing from this reading, realize that emotional pain left unhealed will turn into physical pain. But you've gone into it now. You went into the tub and you told the knives, come on, let's break open these wounds so that all that pus can come out, so that my skin can come together and dry up and I can heal, like really heal. And after that healing, like you just said, okay, I'm just gonna lay back. I'm not gonna drive the outcome. I'm just going to be the hangman, and I'm gonna do it without being fussy. You can be fussy going into the pool. You can cry. I mean, I actually encourage that. Cry, scream, do whatever release that you need while these knives are poking into your wounds, waking up everything so that it could be felt, really deeply felt. You want to talk about cancer starting and cancer ending? Feel those emotions in the water so that you can heal them. And then, you know what? You hang out and you trust that what you've done will bring you into wholeness. Because it will. That's a guarantee. And then you know what's going to happen after you come out of the hangman? You're going to be flying, ready to take off. You're going to have an idea. Usually this comes when you're inspired to do something and then you don't do what you feel like you should do, and then somebody else does it, and then you kick yourself in the ass because you didn't do it. That's what this card feels like to me. It feels like you have been hit with an idea or an inspiration, and you need to run with it. Because if you don't run with it, it's going to fade. And when it fades, the juice and the power that brought you to that space will be gone. And you will miss it. And you don't want to miss it. Especially after being in the tub with all them knives. No, I'm not taking those. I'm sorry. And then, taking the time to be patient enough to hang out and wait. Because after you do the healing, it's I'm healing my IT band. It's getting better every single day. But when I walk and I don't feel pain, the first thing I'm not going to do is go and climb a 4,000 footer, because I just don't want to do that to my body just yet. I want the healing to settle. And that's what I'm feeling. Oh, goodness. Man. That's what I'm feeling about this, is you're letting the healing settle. And you're hanging upside down. And you're not being a spoiled brat about it. You're being, well, I don't even know if you're really being patient. I think you're just like taking the healing here. You're taking it here too. Except this one isn't like as painful. It doesn't have to be painful. It doesn't have to be suffering. Remember, the Buddha said, suffering is optional. You can hang out and you can wait and you can be at peace, because guess what's going to happen when you wake up finally? Guess what's going to happen after you've been resting day after day after day? You're going to have the abundance of energy. And when that creative idea comes through, you want the energy to go with that creative idea. You want the idea and the inspiration of your spirit and your physical body to be both strong. And you're going to need it. Actually, I kind of fussed when I saw this card, but the placement of this card is that all the people you've been talking to, and how many times in my readings have I said, keep your mouth shut. Real G's move in silence. Sometimes you can't tell everybody about your business because everybody will have an opinion. Okay? And they're really going to have an opinion if whatever you're contemplating is going to change your life, which means it'll change theirs. So you've learned. Maybe you did talk to people. Maybe you were misguided, but you've learned. You've learned to put what other people say aside. Hallelujah. That's progress. That's what I like to see in these readings, week after week after week. I like to see progress. Don't you like to see progress? So there are times where, like, when you're tuning in, and if you're loyal and you're really tuning in every week, because I only do these weekly, you might see like some of these readings sound like the same because we're still kind of stuck in that energy, or we're still just learning, and growing. Sometimes progress can't be that big. You don't feed a newborn steak. You feed them baby food and then watch them grow, and then eventually they get to steak or tofu. I had to put that in there, right? Steak. Don't eat steak. Red meat's bad for you. Bad. Maybe you give up red meat for the new year. Like, I mean, you can eat red meat, but eat it like a treat. Don't eat it like it's like an everyday thing. If you want to live to 100? You want the world? You've got the world coming in. Oh, this is awesome. Pentacles, swords, wands, cups, the whole world. You got everything in here. You got the money, the love. You've got the wit and the intellect and the strength, and you've got the passion coming at you in 2021. I don't know what this reading is. I know it's the weekly, messages on the mat, Soul Sunday, but it is the only reading I'm doing before the new year. So this could be like my New Year reading. I don't know. I might, if I don't go hiking, like do a full moon hiking, I might pop in and do a little spread. I might even do it live. I don't know. I'll let myself be guided. I'll let my intuition guide me. All right, let's move this aside. All right, so what do we have here? We have tough conversations that are going to lead to a stronger personality. We got somebody who's getting out of the cave, ready to go to a wands. You're motivated because of the healing that you've gone through. You did some heavy healing. Congratulations, you've done some real heavy healing. Okay, the threes keep popping up, so I'm going to go ahead and take this. You remember I said how crabs like to be, like the sign of the Cancer, they move to the side. They never walk straight, and I said that they're probably good strategists. Well, this is the Seven of Swords, and this guy is carrying all of his swords carefully. I don't know if I can see that. See, you can see the shadow. You can see the shadow of his swords. He's carrying his shadows, his strategy. He doesn't want to drop any. So he's moving slowly, and he's moving with a plan. He's being diplomatic, kind of like smart. But, there's a delay. So in all this movement, the delay is the damn devil. Always, always coming in the reading to crash the party. I would love to have a reading at least like for a month without this motherfucker coming through. But, he represents, bondage that's not real. But, he also represents addiction. And healing is real when it comes to addictions. But the person has to want to do it. And so, I don't know, there's an obstacle that's in the way. You know what? If this motherfucker is getting in the way of your journey while you're trying to carry your swords, try this. You're doing your healing, and it's working because the world is coming to you. Okay, and I'm gonna pull some more other cards around that, but this is like right now energy. The world that's coming, that's coming in. So it hasn't. You may not feel like you have the world right now, but I'm telling you that it's coming. Provided that you do, follow the advice of the tarot. I mean, otherwise, why are we doing this? Are we doing this every week so that you can hear a story? Or do you want to take the information? Just like astrology. There's a map in the sky, and you can use that to your advantage. You want to be strategic? Use that to your advantage. To your advantage. Not to your advantage to go and do black magic and manipulate somebody. Stop it with that, I'm not even going to get into that, all right? But, so if you want to play, all you have to do is to tell the devil to get thee behind me. You have that power. You have that birthright. But if this is involving addictions, I'm already seeing that you're doing the work. So don't let the temptation of this beast stop you from getting to your final destination. Be smart. Be smart. Tell the devil to get thee behind me. Get thee behind me. See? See that? That's my fireplace is my confirmation. Oh, I just get so mad when the devil comes around. Because, earth, they say heaven and earth, heaven and hell are on earth. But, the earth is the dominion of the devil. Right? And he roams to steal, kill, and destroy. Okay? And so why I get so mad, like, look at on my arm, my pits get sweaty because I know the power that we have over the devil. But a lot of people don't. They don't. And even worse, it's like the greatest thing that the devil can do is to get you to believe he doesn't exist. Maybe more on that later. I should, because I'm so passionate about kicking the devil's ass. That's just how God made me. I don't fear him. Even when I was doing I did a lot of dream work back in my earlier spiritual years. And, okay, I'm going to take these two. Well, I'll tell you, people see you making progress. So that's a good thing. Whether it's the impression you want to give or not. But they do see you moving ahead, especially after a delay. And they see you being patient. And they know that you're pregnant with possibility. So people can see that you're up to something good. And this is Temperance. It's the card of Sagittarius. But it's a card about it's patience. Temperance is about patience. They see you being patient, but they see you moving forward. And when you're moving forward, they see you moving forward, but there's no final destination in this card. It's just like you're in the deep waters right now. You got a long way to go, but you're being patient with yourself, and that's a good thing. It's hard to be patient. And my patience is always tested when this guy wants to come crash the party. Because it's so hard for me to convince people that they have the power to beat him. All you have to do is tell him to get behind you. Get behind me, or get under my feet, because you become my stepping stool. And I've had dreams where, you know, I used to do a lot of lucid dreaming, and I heard a dark entity, and what I know it was a devil, and it was so funny to me. It was funny. It was like, rah, 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 I'm gonna get you. I'm just like, what? I mean, please. Now you're acting funny. And I start laughing. And then guess what happened? The devil disappeared. Never came back into the dream. Never came back into the dream time. Now I'm sharing enough that you guys probably think I'm freaking crazy. And I am a little bit. That's okay. If me being a little bit crazy keeps me out of fear of the false evidence appearing real, of this fallen angel, that while he does have power, when you step into yours, he has none. Enough. I'm done with that, because I'm feeling my blood pressure rising, and I gotta be a good yogi. Because getting angry is not in keeping with what I teach. But I am passionate. So let's see. What we got here? Oh, we got the Queen of Swords. Woo-hoo! The Queen. She will slice and dice you. She don't play around. She does not play around. And you kind of like, you want a woman who's like this? Water sign, you want this? Look, she's pouring out the water. Like, she's not emotional. Very, very logical. Almost too non-emotional, like too cool, too chilly, too harsh with the truths. Even though she's right, she can be honest and not be loving, because she's the Queen of Swords is not built like that. And she is right, but she's just a little. She'll give you truth, but you just have to take it, man. Sometimes you have to take the truth. You just got to swallow it down. You fear this kind of person, but you also, there are people who want that. I know I want this person in my life. I may not want all my friends to be this way, but you have to have somebody in your life that's going to give it to you straight. No emotions, just logic and intellect. And then the hopes and fears is that here's the Hermit. Is it the Hermit? Yep, the Hermit. He has to withdraw to receive information. He has to withdraw from the world and the people. And, we have to do it, but we don't want to do it. We have to do it, but we don't want to do it. You got to be in isolation. We don't want to be in isolation. I mean, look at the people can't even stay in their own home for a month. They can't miss a holiday, for crying out loud. They don't want to be by themselves, But this is saying the Hermit phase means I have to withdraw because I need internal growth. People run out of that. They run out of it like they're running out of boiling hot water. They don't like it. But withdrawing is what is needed. So you fear it because you know what withdrawing means? It means looking at your shadows. And I have some cards on some shadow things we're going to get rid of in 2021. What we're going to learn and what we're going to let go of. One more. What am I doing for time? Hey, yeah, 28 minutes. Oh, you see this? I'm going to take that, but not these, because these are all like, that's a story. But this one came out, and this is the card of the influence that's coming in. And it's the Ten of Cups. It's the Ten of Cups. Look at that. Look at them all happy, ongoing contentment in the realm of the heart. That's what happens after you do your healing. It's like, but it's not just, there are cards that represent like self-satisfaction and self-love. This is love with a partner. This is love with other people, a partner, some sort of partnership, a union. But yeah, who doesn't want that at the end of the story? Let's clarify some things. Let's clarify the world coming in. This is the lesson coming in. Maybe you need to learn to really know that the world is your oyster. Anybody watching this, regardless of where you are in your life, the world is your oyster. You just don't know it. You just need somebody to tell you. The Queen of Swords is back up again. Gee, she's back up again. This is the Queen of Swords in the other deck. People, I swear to God, I'm telling you something. I'm going to get, I gotta get a real setup here if I'm gonna keep doing these. But the Queen of Swords is back, okay? And she's clarifying the world. So you know what? She's probably smacking you like her hand's like this. Do you see her hand? She's like, look, I already told you that if you step into your power, that if you tell the devil to get thee behind you, you can have this. And she's going to tell you in a way like the way I'm telling you. Not so loving, just sort of like in your face, like, wake up. Like the world is your oyster and you don't even know it. Wake up to it. Yeah, because, you know, you want to hold on to your coins. You want to hold on to them a little bit. Why do you want to hold on to your coins? Well, you appreciate it. Okay. So maybe you've also just received some shiny new coins. What was that? Okay, that was weird. I just saw a flash of light. It could have been from the fire, but anyway. But yeah, you're sitting pretty with your coins. Yes, and she's telling you yes. Say yes to having the world. This is coming in. Say yes. Say yes. Say yes. I want to say something about this devil. So let's get some clarification on what is happening. What is happening with this devil? Yeah, and being stuck a little. What you've got one more thing to deal with. That's what I'm feeling like. There's one more face off with the devil because this card is following it. And this card is saying that there's one more obstacle. One more. Well, it has to do with your work, I guess. Because this is somebody who's just happily in their work, on their purpose. Let's see. What else do we want to know about the devil? What else do we want to know about the devil? All right. Now you go over there. Nine of Wands. You're like, yeah, all the ones are all stacked up, but you know what? I've got this one right here, and I'm sort of looking back like, But I'm taking this one with me. I need more on that one. And a lot of these cards just fell over. Let me think about this. Yeah. Passion, creativity, a little bit of a delay. Looking back a little. He looks like he's looking back, though, as he's grabbing his wand. They're not lit, though. Like, these wands are not lit. They're there. And he's ready to, like, yep, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move. But it's not lit yet. All right, one more because I'm... One more. Wow. This deck is hard to shuffle. The Emperor and the Fool. The Emperor and the Fool. Looks like the Emperor is ready to make a big move. Because when you're the Fool, come on now. When you're the Fool, you're jumping without a net. You're leaping on faith and that you believe. You believe that this leap will bring you exactly where you need to go. Because not jumping at this point is not going to get you where you want to go. So you're at the point where you know you have to take the leap, Emperor. There you are. Because you're ready to take on the world. You are ready to take on the world. And to make something. And to be on purpose. I'm feeling very purposeful. So you know what? this sucker's going to have to get thee behind every single card. Amen to that. Now, let's see. Let's get some angel guidance. But in the end, I see you with happiness in your heart. But I do see, because it's 10 of Cups, I do see it with somebody. Because this card is with somebody. So let's get some angel guidance on that card. How about that? How about something energy work? So, okay. So maybe whatever these two people happily ever after, maybe it's because they're an energetic match. Maybe because of all the work that has been done, the obstacles, stepping into your power, having somebody who can give it to you straight, that snaps you into reality where you realize that, yes, I can have the world. I can have the world. As long as I can get this to get behind me and step into my power, there you go. So this person is an energetic match, and you're probably going to do similar work together. Oh, I want another card on that one. Energy work. That could be like healing, because healers show up in all forms. I think comedians are healers. People who help people to be beautiful, like hairdressers or estheticians, they're healers. Fitness people, obviously, healers. Yogis, ministers. I mean, healers show up in all kinds of ways. Dogs, I think dogs are natural healers. But anyway, there's energy work, there's healing work. But also, I'm hearing an energetic match. That's beautiful. You can find that in this lifetime. That's a beautiful thing. Because you know, most people don't have that. Because they end up making bad choices. So, I think, based on the world and becoming wise on your own and doing the healing work, that whatever's left to do is worth it, because what's coming in is life altering. Let's bring this into 2021. Okay, nothing's coming out here, you guys. What's going on here? Am I done with this deck? Let's go. Okay. Yeah, creative project. Creative project. Creative project. Yep, this looks like work to me. Energy work. Creative project. Don't sleep on it. Don't sleep on it. Oh, that's awesome. I feel really good about that. Okay, what are we doing here? Well, let's talk about this, the Two of Wands, where he's out of the cave and he's kind of heading somewhere, but doesn't really know exactly what just yet. Like, and this is like right now. This is what's happening right now. The other creative project, the energy, and the 10 of Cups, the ongoing contentment, the energetic match, that is something that's coming in. You may not see that right now. But this is where you are right now. The Two of Wands, where you're out of the cave. Where you're going from here. Let's get some angel guidance. And where you're going from there. You know what it is? I always, I hate when my cards get bent like that. I'm a little hungry. I did have some fruit and yogurt earlier. And lots of water. Water is my thing. Water, 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 water. It's so funny because Cancer's water. So no wonder why I've been like, 2020s, I've been like, 2020, it's like I can't get enough water, whether if I'm in the tub or if I'm drinking water. It's like, wow, you need it to restore yourself, because, you know, a lot of emotions, lots and lots and lots of emotions, lots of emotional healing, and that's hard, you know. There's some people that rather experience physical pain than to go through emotional pain. My son, share this with you. I never needed to beat my kid. You wonder why I never needed to put my hands on my child? Because my son knew I was the Queen of Swords. I would beat him with my words. And one day, and I tell you, I have some friends who'll never let me hear the end of this one. And I was disciplining my son like the Queen of Swords. Bop, 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 bop. And my son said, you know, Mom, sometimes I wish you would just beat me and get it over. He said, I wish you would just beat me. I said, oh no, my son, beating you would be too easy. That's like easy discipline. I'd rather beat you with my tongue. Oh, I guess that's where my phone is. Listen, for me to not worry about where my phone is a miracle. Because my phone is on my hip all the time. It's sad, but I feel naked without my phone. Okay, too many, but we're going to go ahead and clarify the Two of Wands because, so this meeting's up 40 minutes, and I got to tell you, if it's 45 minutes to an hour, it takes like half a day to upload on YouTube. I don't get it. What am I doing wrong? If somebody knows, can you please let me know? What am I doing wrong? I'll tell you what I'm doing wrong. I'm not paying attention to the cards, and my team is just like, pay attention. So we're going to do this. Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Take what's on the top. The High Priestess. She is everything. She's the High Priestess. You don't mess with the High Priestess. So, I don't know. The direction towards the High Priestess? Bottom of the deck. Guardian. You're protected from all harm. So don't worry about heading to this powerful, all-knowing goddess. Right? Because you're protected. You're protected. Your heart is protected. Your emotions are protected. Your physical body is protected. You are protected. Okay, so let's see. What are we going to let go of in 2021? What are we going to let go of? Some dark shadow cards. I got this from a reader that I follow on YouTube. There's a lot of really good readers. I had to actually start unfollowing some because there was like too many. And Spirit just said, you need to clean up your follow list. So, what are we going to let go of? She looks like a Kardashian. Doesn't she look like? Shady. You're being shady. We're gonna stop that. We're gonna stop being shady. The Queen of Swords is not a shady person at all. She's direct. So this is something you're gonna need to heal. Let's find another shadow we're gonna work on. Don't be shady. Ugh. It's like, really? Why are you being shady? Like, what would happen if you actually came forward and showed yourself? You can take your mask off. You know the kind of mask I'm talking about. And just be yourself. Being shady is not a strategy that will serve you. Being shady is actually a strategy that will bite you in the ass. Because that's what the devil wants you to do. What other shadow? What other? Pessimism. No bueno. Pessimism is not. Ew, it's so toxic. Like if I'm around, even more than being shady. Because if you're shady, if you're intuitive, you can tell. But to be around this energy, I am not. If you are primarily negative and pessimistic about life, about everything, if everything that comes out of your mouth is negativity, ow, I can't move fast enough away from you. So somebody needs to work on that. Okay? Here we go. Your lesson. This is what the lesson that you're going to bring in. So we're going to let go of pessimism. We're going to let go of being shady. Shady is dark. That's why it's called shade. Shady people are dark. When you're shady, you are low vibrational. That is not attractive. And sometimes, I don't know, are you being are you being shady because you don't trust something? You're being pessimistic about whatever it is that you're doing. So you figure, let me be shady because I'm not really, because I'm so negative and I think that's the only way to go. What are we bringing in? Recognize your first thought. So don't go against you're going to start trusting your guidance. You know why you can trust your guidance? Because you've done this. You've done the hermit. Trust your thoughts first. And you know why I know that's happening? Because the lesson that is leaving is you telling everybody your damn business because you need clarification, because you feel like you value what somebody else sees outside of your own. And you've learned, because when you get bad guidance from friends and family and you act on it and it smacks you in the face, boy, you learn today, and you learn fast. So that's why you're gonna learn to trust your thoughts, because you've done the work. You've done the meditation too. You're doing the work. You've done the healing. Look at that. You're in the tub. You see that image? The person lying in the tub. There's blood from the knives, from the healing swords. And then you said, I'm gonna be patient. I'm gonna hang back and let this work for me. And then people saw that you were finally being patient, because guess what? You're pregnant with possibility. This Empress is pregnant. She's pregnant with possibility. Yeah, you've done the work. I want another lesson, since we've got two things that we're going to let go of, pessimism and shadiness. We're going to trust our thoughts. And what else are we going to bring in? What lesson are we going to bring into the new year? Because we need our lessons. How else are we going to grow? If you're not growing, you're not living. If you're living a life of comfort every single day, every single moment, how are you growing? How are you growing? You're not. You're not. When you're lazy and comfortable every single day, that's like boring. That's nice after like once in a while, but then that's boring. Okay, so we got two. So we got a bonus. Let me put my eyeballs on, because I'll say, okay, we're going to practice the art of transformation. See how she's like she's watering the flowers. She's doing something creative to watch something grow. Okay? Practice the art of transformation. Practice some magic. Practice some, do some intention. Like, focus on like intending and yeah, if you want to practice transformation by, transforming yourself, whether you're becoming the best version of yourself, you have power over that. There are lots of ways that you could practice transformation that can be easy. Like, start with yourself. I mean, I can't think of a better place to start, but with yourself. And then, maybe you get some plans, maybe, you do something creative, and then you take another big step, and then another big step, and then you say, you know what, this is what I want in my life. And I'm going to put it out there. And when you transform yourself and you transform your mind, it's unstoppable. You become unstoppable. Don't you want to be unstoppable? Be proactive. So you have to take action, though. So being proactive means making a move. Make a move. Make a move. Say yes. Say yes. I love saying yes. So go ahead. Recognize your thoughts. Practice transformation. Practice turning something into something. A seed into something. Your body, your mind, like, practice that. That's the best transformation you can practice, is the one of yourself, of your body, of your spirit, of your mind. If you do that, then the world will be your oyster. There'll be that's it, man. That's being proactive. All right. So I think I'm complete. So I hope you guys be proactive into the new year. 2020 was a very emotional year, and it's still very emotional. And we're gonna come into 2021, and it's gonna be like nothing that we could ever imagine. And we're gonna start off with the full moon in Leo. Hey, Leo's in the house. We're gonna start 2021, the full moon in Leo, and we're gonna keep the party going. I hope you had a beautiful day. I hope you do something fun. And don't forget to, dust yourself off. Dust off the shade. Dust off the pessimism. We've got the sun coming in next month. And we're going to have a beautiful, beautiful 2021. I just feel it. I feel it in my soul. All right, you guys. I may jump in live on New Year's Eve. I may or may not. I'm just going to leave myself open. But if I don't see you on New Year's Eve here live, then I will see you next Sunday. Peace.